Wilmington, there's a lot of financial costs, and you just can't, it's not sustainable to build or try to build a school, which he does not have schools. He has buildings that he's been masquerading as if they are schools. Okay. Keep this in mind. He doesn't have any books. He doesn't have proper desks. Now, he showed you a few desks that he has in one room. He has a couple of table, but that's all window dressing to make you think that it's a school up there. FDMG, and as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. It's a figment of the disorganized, unfocused mind of someone like an Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson is an unfocused mind, y'all. He doesn't have school books, a library, any of that stuff going on up there. And we haven't seen any construction workers, even though he claimed that it was black contractors who ripped him off. Yet Umar has yet to show us any receipts. Now, according to Honor, yes, there were a little bit of work here done. Yeah, we've seen videos where he has some white dudes or some people up in there. But overall, we don't really see real contractors in this environment, right? He blames everything on black contractors, saying if it wasn't for black contractors, we would have the school built already. If I was Mexican, Chinese, or some other ethnic background, we would have it open. Yet I don't remember seeing really professional, hard hat white contractors. Now, we had that one video where you had a white boy or two in there, but really there is no school. Nothing has really been sustainable as a school. He has no faculty. He has no school supplies. Umar Johnson doesn't even have a basic business plan, let alone he blames everything on black people, but yet he tells you he's for black people. He says that it's about you an African, I'm an African. Umar Johnson, one of the things I notice about him is that he tries to African everything in the world. Everything is African to Umar Johnson, okay? And it's the funny thing about a guy like Umar Johnson, who's supposed to be he's supposed to be this black power type guy, is that, dude, don't you even know that the word Africa was created by Europeans? Hell, even Nigeria was named after a white woman, right? So a lot of these names in the continent were named by Europeans. So as much, see the contradiction, as much as he talks this black power stuff, you keep using a word that black people didn't even produce that word. That was a word that Europeans, the Dutch and all the Europeans that came over there and colonized the place. It's kind of funny that he keeps saying that, as well as always calling himself a primate by calling him King Kong. King Kong, an ape, as I had said to you all before, that was obsessed over a white woman to the point that he climbed the Empire State Building and he perished in his death. So we've got this guy, Umar, who's giving you all kind of fantasies that a school is going to open. And let's take it back to the very basics. Why is it that Umar Johnson is not able to open a school? I want y'all to put thoughts in the chat room because this is going to be a breakdown today. One of the areas that Honor and many of you have been talking about, we've been seeing these video clips where the gym looked one way, where he made it look like it was good and clean, right? Even though you got a lump in the gym. There's two gyms. There's a small gym and there's the big gym. He hardly ever goes over to the big gym because the big gym is a disaster. At one point in time, he had it looking like it was tidied up. And then, bam, it looks like a disaster over there. Now, of course, he said, well, somebody broke into the second gym. But then at the same time, Umar hasn't done anything to clean it up. Now, even if someone broke into that bigger gym, how does that explain how he has everything unorganized? Then he said to us, Umar Johnson, he made mention that he had his books and various items over there that are personal. Why would you be using a school, as you call it, a gym that's supposed to be for activities, as a big, huge storage closet? And remember when Umar had to move out of an apartment that was abysmal, that was a junky abysmal. He had to move out of that apartment. It was a mess. as he was on video talking about, I'm looking for strong alpha men. Strong alpha. Strong alpha men. As he was looking for strong alpha men, he said, I don't know what's going on, because he revealed the trash that he was living in. Now, when you look at the footage of this trash, right? When you look at the footage of Umar and his trash. Now, I want y'all to look at this thumbnail right here. I was debating whether to go with this thumbnail for the video today or the one that I put. I like the one that I put up. You see on this thumbnail right here, there's a problem, ladies and gentlemen. There is a problem, and we're gonna break this thing down. There's a problem. You see over in that corner, remember, Honor did a video. Everything I'm showing you is on video. You know it. Those of you that have been watching this saga as the world turns with this saga, y'all know that from this clip right here that you're looking at, that little corner closet where you got junk in there was another area in the building that he's a hoarder. One of his problems is that he's a hoarder. When you are a hoarder, you like to collect things. That means you're not an organized person. He hoarders things. He just throws it around, throws it in this building that's supposed to be a school, but he's got all type of trash inside the building. Even though he showed you the part of the building that he cleaned up, that's just a facade right here.
But we need a certificate of occupancy. Your school is ready to be decorated, but we need a certificate of occupancy. I want to thank all my donors who've been standing with us. We are complete, brothers and sisters. Look at your school. Look at your school, brothers and sisters. We are complete, and
he has told you that we are complete. Okay, if you're complete, you can't be complete until you get what? Approved by the city, the county of Delaware, Wilmington. They have to give you approval because you have to have inspection. You have to meet inspection. You cannot slip below the cracks of that inspection to be able to open. This man has been living in fantasy world since day one. He had this idea or this scam that he's running. You see, there's no way he can open up because, one, you've got mold on the outside. You got a mold in the inside. You've got various problems in this building. Matter of fact, let me just skip ahead and show you something I was going to show you guys later on, but let's show you now. So now you've got this problem right here. Just guess what I did. Remember, put sevens in the chat room. Honors has done this on his channel where he showed the video because there was a glaring hole in the roof of the building. And you can only see it so fatally. Well, I enhanced the picture. I clipped these from the actual video. I want y'all to take a look at what you're looking at. You see that sunlight coming through there? Did Umar Johnson have this professionally fixed with real? He said that the black contractor stole the money, y'all. Money gone, y'all. Money gone. So he said, hey, it took the white contractors to do what the black contractors can't do. Yet I've never seen a hard hat outside. Why is it that if he's got these hard hats, why hasn't Umar shown these people on video and say, here go the construction workers. They're getting ready to go in, y'all. Look at it. They got all the equipment here. He has never done that. Now, he said that black contractors ripped him off. Did the black contractors not fix this problem here? Did the white contractors fix this problem? Because we haven't seen this part of the building in a very long time. But the question is, if he hired real contractors that are licensed, right? If you're licensed, let's keep it 100 real. Let's keep it 100, y'all. If you are a licensed contractor, right? If you are licensed, that means Umar would have the right to sue them. If he ask yourself, he gets on podcast. He says that they ripped him off. Okay, if they were truly licensed, why didn't you take them to court, Umar? Sue them in court to get the money back for what they did not fix, or to force them to make the repairs that they did not do, or give the money back. You know why Umar didn't take them to court? Because Umar is using Pookie He's using Pookie. And he's using Ray Ray. He's got a bunch of fix-it guys that he's using. He's got fix-it guys that are the ones that are helping him out from time to time. Because if he had real contractors, that's why contractors have a license where you can complain to the Better Business Bureau about their poor services. And when they have when they're licensed, they can't afford to have complaints on their license. That could hurt them in their business. No, Umar, if he did use black people or any black person, it wasn't a contractor like this brother right here. He used Pookie and Ray Ray. I said that to Honors. Y'all remember me saying that to Honors in one of his shows some months back or a month or two back, that he's using Pookie and Ray Ray. That's the overall problem with Umar Johnson. And you see this glaring hole in this ceiling. The question to everybody in the chat room, did Umar Johnson ever get this fixed? Did he ever get it repaired by professionals? Let me show you this right here. Here's another one right here. Now, remember I talked about that glaring trash over there? This is inside the building. This is a man who he shows you the part of the building that looks, nice, that he's just used as sort of like, like I said last time, when you go to a car dealership and they have a showroom, and when they have a showroom, they're only going to show you that looks, somewhat decent, like this.
We are ready to decorate for our children. We are ready to decorate for our community. Douglas and Marcus Garvey Academy is ready to operate, brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. We are ready to operate, brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. You must donate or you cannot participate.
So don't be fooled by this part of the building, the smaller building, because he got it cleaned up. Look how long it has taken Umar Johnson, because he's got a disorganized mind, an unfocused mind. He's a hoarder, and I'm going to show you the proof of that. It took him all these years just to get to the point of showing you what you're looking at right here.
I said you must donate or you cannot participate. Look at those floors, brothers and
now, it looks impressive right here because of, as you see, the school desk, right?
sisters, we ready. The FDMG panel.
This is simply a prop. Umar Johnson has no kids enrolled. And I did that. And in that other video, I showed you that there's another school, another school that's not private. They have better facilities than Umar Johnson, a better gym, better yard facilities. They have all the bells and whistles. They have a real science laboratory for the kids. Even though Umar talks a big game about how he's going to teach the kids all type of science, there's a brand new school and a community where you have people who are poor. They don't have a lot of money. Why would they pay $500 to $600 or $700 to send their kid to a broken down school that's half put together by Umar Johnson? If at all, a school that doesn't have all the facilities and all the equipment necessary. A school that is named after a black man in a community that everybody knows and everybody respects, but nobody knows Umar. Umar is nothing but a social media personality. He's basically a podcaster who gets on podcasts, runs his mouth, yells and screams and yells about black issues this and black issues that, but yet he's not doing anything. We haven't seen him at a protest. Why haven't we seen Umar out there in Mississippi on the ground to protest what's going on with the Nolan well situation? You'll never see him on ground. You'll just simply see him in a padded room, a nice little studio on somebody's podcast, talking a whole bunch of nothing. Talking loud and doing nothing, saying everything, but not getting nothing, a damn thing done. Knows everything, but doesn't know a damn thing.
Africanist, We'll be learning. We are ready, brothers. And look at the shine on that floor, brothers and sisters.
Right.
Are y'all ready for academic revolution?
Look, no, it's not an academic revolution because you're not the man of the hour to make these academic revolutions work, Umar Johnson. See, everybody, it's very simple. That's nothing but a car show at a car dealership that he's showing you. Everything's shiny, everything's right, or appears that way. But there's another side to Umar that we need to examine. A very dirty side, as you see right here. So on this, as you see right here, he's a hoarder. So we had to expand this picture to this picture right here. This is nasty. That corner side, look at all that garbage in there. Look at all that mess in there. Umar is not a serious person. He's been collecting money, telling you to donate.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister. Before I continue this message, donations, 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 donations.
Gifts. Here we go. Gifts.
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 A gifts. A gifts. Gifts. A gifts. A gifts. A gifts. A gifts. A gifts. He likes gifts. He likes gifts. All of that collecting has led to nothing. There is no license to open up a school. There is no students. There is no curriculum. There is no nothing. Let me remind you of how filthy Umar Johnson can be and how filthy he really is. It's really a damn shame that this man is at this point. Check this out.
I'm looking for strong alpha males. Okay? Strong alpha males. Send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes.
Here's what he looked like through all that fogginess. That's what he was looking like, everybody. If you're wondering, okay, it's very foggy. We can't really see what he's got on. Watch this. See that? Here is the reveal. Here go the reveal. So that's what the background looked like, right? That's the shirt he had on, Queen Bees, right? And he would make you think that when you look at this background, you would say, wow, he got the African statues up there. He got the Marcus Garvey poster. Everything looks like it's, looks like he got a nice little decor there of African, ancestry or what have you, right? Even though we know Marcus Garvey was from Jamaica, telling Black Americans to run from America to Jamaica to Africa, yet he never went to Africa a day of his life. Make that make sense. But anyway, this is Umar right here, and thank you for the super chat. I don't know what people are more delusional, Trump supporters, Dr. Umar supporters, or make it make sense. Thank you for the $4.99, Mr. NSL. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Look, man, Umar is a fool. He's a complete fool. Let me put you up there. If I can, hopefully this thing is working right. Had a few technical problems before I went live. Okay, here we go. You're up there. Look, man, Umar is a complete fool. Okay. We gotta get out of this. Look, we know the school is not going to be built, but we have to understand this man has a fantasy childlike mind. Now I work in mental health. I deal with guys just like Umar, the same personalities. It's not only that he's a narcissist, but he has a fantasy childlike mind. All these things, he keeps claiming things that he can't deliver on. He over delivers and under executes and underperforms and can't focus. And it's because of something right here. So everything looks like it's fine right there, right? Let's go back. Let's go back.
Strong alpha males. Okay? Strong alpha males. Send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Let's move this back. I'm going to show you the enhanced version. So there it is right there. You see how nasty that is? You see how nasty that is right there? Let me show you. So this is what I did. I wanted to clip that part of the video and show you this. So Umar is a nasty individual. There he is again, but check this out. This is the part I'm clipping. So I clipped that, but I'm going to enhance it so you can see just how nasty he was in the video. Here we go. Right there. That's what it looks like. I want you to take a good look at that. That's what Umar Johnson's room looked like from him being over here to everything looking like it's all organized, or at least, Afrocentric, to like that go to trash. So when you look at the video, here go the video clip right here. This is what I clipped, right? That's the clipping. You can see the trash, but it's very fadey, right? Because it's, from a really bad, poor quality video. And then here's the enhancement. There go that TV that everybody's been talking about. Now you can see the TV a lot more. Let me know in the chat room if you can see the images. It's trashy. He's got bottles on the table, got boxes that are trashed all over the place. He's got the TV that we know about. That TV ended up being in the big gym. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. I just want to enhance the footage so that y'all can see just what type of filth. Anybody that's living like this has a problem. Now, there's a disorder that people have when it comes to being a hoarder. Without a proper diagnosis or assessment of Umar Johnson, I can't say that he is a hoarder or he has a hoarding disorder, but I can say his behaviors are the behaviors of a person that's a hoarder. And most people that are the hoarders like this, they have disorganized mind. How many of y'all, by the show of yes or sevens in the chat room, ever remember your parents telling you that a disorganized person who keeps everything disorganized around them usually has a disorganized mind?
Tell the truth.
And if you have a disorganized mind, that means it's hard for you to focus, so you can't complete tasks. Then if you can't complete tasks, if you can't organize, you can't work with others, then how the hell can you build anything, let alone a school? You can't even build yourself.
Tell the truth.
There's a TV show, that's right, there's a TV show called Hoarders. Umar Johnson would be perfect for an episode on hoarders. Now let me show you some more of the video that we are familiar with. Here we go.
Gmail.com, FDMG resumes at gmail.com is what we're looking for. My thing is y'all need the what happened? No, what happened is that you're living in filth. Let's go again. Right there. Now let me show you the enhanced clip. Let's show you the enhanced clip of this right here. Trash. Now that's the clip. This is what I clipped from his room. That's not the enhanced clip. Here comes the enhanced clip right here. Take a look at that. We know about this. These are still clips from the actual video that I've been playing for you. Here comes the enhancement of this clip to let you see how he really was living in there. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm going to expand that clip. Look at how nasty it is. You're going to see there's a continual pattern of a nasty individual. You see right there, he's got bags, he's got garbage. Hell, let's expand this some more. Boom. Look at that. It's expanded some more. Take a look at that. Let me know what you think. Look at all the trash on the ground. Look, it looks like it's a garbage dump. This is how Umar Johnson, Mr. King Kong Consciousness, this is how he's living. You cannot, this is why, in my estimate, this is an area that I think we should have paid more attention to, because if you're living like this, this would also be a contributing factor
amongst all the other things going on with this man, for why we don't have an FDMG, why your money is gone, why he collects, but he can't get anything done. He doesn't work with professionals because he'll have to show the books. But not only that, a disorganized mind cannot focus, cannot execute, or get things done. Umar Johnson is too disorganized of a mindset. Because if he was serious about building a school and if he was focused, why would you take trash from your old apartment where you were living like a pig? I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Tell the truth.
And transfer the same garbage from where he was living with his mama when they got kicked out of the house of this apartment, and then move. And all he did was take this garbage and transfer this garbage right into the big gym where he's got all that garbage. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by this right here, right? Don't be fooled by this.
Are y'all ready for academic revolution? Are y'all ready for the intellectual insurrection, brothers and sisters?
Shut up. Shut up. No. Are you ready to explain, Umar, why you were living like this? And you continued the same pattern all the way into FDMG. When we get to, I'm going to show you FDMG. Now, you guys that are here, that are veterans of this situation, y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to show you the enhanced clips where you can really see it like you're seeing this right here. Look at this junk right here. You remember this part right here when Umar was at his mama's house? Look at that. He got pickle juice here. Remember when Umar was at his mama's house? This is a clip from a video clip that we all have seen. Honor has shown this clip where you got Umar Johnson in his mama's closet. Look how dirty it is in there too. In his mama's closet. He's a mess, y'all. He's a complete mess. He's in his mama's closet, and behind him as he's talking is all this junk. Because when he was on the video, a little bit of this area showed itself in his camera. I'm sure he didn't really want people to see this, but this is how Umar was living. Well, this is the enhanced clipping of that image right there. Look at that. What do you think about that? I said this man is a hoarder. He was living nasty in the other apartment like this that he got kicked out of. And then when they moved in, his mama moved into some other place. Umar just went to that place and brought the same nasty hoarding behavior. You cannot, a person like this, if they don't get help for their problems, you can't expect someone like this to be able to build a school. We have to be out of our mind if this man can build a school.
Mail.com is what we're looking for. My thing is
my thing is this. What happened? What happened is that you're filthy. You're filthy like a pig. What happened?
my thing is
My thing is y'all need to no, you need to get help, Umar. You've got serious problems. That's why you can't build a school, because you've got some other problems. I hate to, I'm not coming down on people who are hoarders, because there are people who have real what you call disabilities around this issue. So I'm not making fun of people who actually have these kind of disabilities around this issue. They're getting help. Hopefully they get help. But what I'm saying is Umar has got something going on because he can't stop having trash wherever he goes. The only reason why those buildings, I said again, where he's showing everything looking like it's nice and professional, is because just like the buildings themselves in Delaware, Wilmington, it's part of the con game. You have to make people think that there's progress. You have to maintain the illusion of progress when you really have no progress going on.
Holy building, in these sacred classrooms, in these sacred walls, there will be an academic and intellectual revolution like one you have never seen in your life, brothers and sisters. Like one you have never seen in your life. The revolution is coming, academic and intellectual. Black boys will be saved. Black girls will be saved. And the community programming will be off the hook. I said the community programming will be off the hook. I said the community programming will be off the hook, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The community programming will be off the hook. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. This the
That's nothing but a marketing ploy to get you to do exactly what he was asking. Hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, whatever you got. And then he tries to bully you by saying, if you don't pay him, you're going to be in the book of Negroes and you won't be able to show up to these broken down, dilapidated buildings that have mold in the inside and mold on the outside. He just happened to figure out how to clean up the small building that he uses as his prop, just enough to make it look like he is organized. Umar Johnson told you when he was on the Lord Jamal podcast that he had elders. We have never seen elders. We have never seen teachers. We haven't seen where he's interviewed people. We don't know who's being hired. We don't even know what a curriculum is for the school. He hides behind this. It's going to be the first Pan-African school. No, it's not. You got one in, I think, one in Detroit. You got one in Tech. There's a couple of them around the country. He's not the first. And their shit has already been operating and functioning for quite some time. You see, Umar has been using this idea of a school as a manipulative type force. He doesn't have any damn contractors. Whatever contractors he had, why didn't he sue if they did him wrong? This whole thing is about appealing to black women because the goal has always been to get to black women's, as he calls it, cookies, to get between their legs. And by getting between their legs, he has a good mouthpiece on him to say whatever he feels they need to hear to believe that he's sincere about building a school for black boys. And so you get to the heart and the cookies of black women. I'm talking about the way Umar Johnson thinks, because he's a buffoon. He's an ignoramus, by preying on the black child, by saying, hey, I can help you and educate your black child. Your black child has been diagnosed wrongfully by the school district. Your black child doesn't have autism. Your black child doesn't have these disabilities. This is all a lie. Umar Johnson has been playing this type of talk for a long time. It's very dangerous. I'll tell you why it's very dangerous, because some kids do have autism. Some kids do have legitimate clinical issues that require special training of a teacher, of a counselor, of someone of professional level who is licensed, because Umar Johnson is not a licensed individual whatsoever. Don't be fooled by his talk. He is not licensed. And therefore, FDMG is not going to be a viable situation. We got my man Yalpo in the house saying, I'm sick and tired of these frauds using our pain. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. He uses black people's pain, using our pain. I'm sick and tired of it. Fraud, using our pain and hopes and dreams against us to prop themselves up. Right. Be Fabulous in 50 years. Black African centered school or all over the country. Yeah, they're all over the country. Be Fabulous you. They're all over the country. I think there's 2 in Detroit. I think there's 1 in Texas that I know of. And I'm in California. I know damn well you probably got African centered schools in Los Angeles. Hell, my man Q Butter. I know Q Butter, y'all. Q Butter got the Xanax Institute in Brooklyn, and he doing great things. Remember, Umar was laughing at him, but yet that man has expanded his school. What has Umar expanded? Nothing. Now, y'all have seen this before. This is 2019 where the gym was looking like, hey, it was a suitable gym. Now in 2025, which was last year, the Frederick Douglass High School, because remember, he kept saying he was going to have a high school. That's going to be the small school. And we'll probably have the high school over here. It's nothing but trash in there. Destroyed my private book. Now, he said this, remember, they destroyed my private book collection of 5,000 titles, including raw and out of print books. This was personal. Hopefully the cameras will show us who. He don't got no cameras up there. He's a lie. Who did it? You notice we never got a follow up to that. Pouring paint all over my books, cultural effects, broken glass, destroyed. Look, the reason why people probably did break in there, if they did, is because you've left the building like it is, unsecured, as an abandoned building. You're hardly ever up there, Umar, because you've been playing games. But then you have to ask yourself, why is he putting his personal collections of books and belongings in a place that's supposed to be a school that he has not built, and he's using the gym as a storage factory where he is nasty. So even if people got in there and trashed up some things, there was already trash in there that was in there because of Umar. Remember I told you he moved trash from where he lived before, where he was living like a nasty individual. These are the enhanced pictures of that evidence where he said, I'm looking for strong alpha men. Okay. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm looking for strong alpha men, y'all. I'm looking for strong alpha women, y'all. The man is a buffoon. And in his situation that he's in, where he's got this situation going on, let's see the video to this FDMG disaster. This is the big gym. Y'all have seen this video, but I'm just showing it to show you the video has been played by Honor and many other people that shows you the way it used to look in the gym compared to the way it looks now. Check it out.
Black power.
You know what I mean?
Black power. Black power.
Open there. Yeah.
Most of these people, as you know, we've talked about this. Honor has talked about this. Most of these people are not around Umar anymore. They all know that it's a scam. These people were pumped up for the school, and you don't see them around at all because Umar, because he's has such a personality problem. He doesn't really get along with people. Hell, he doesn't even really, in my opinion, even like kids. This has all been a facade for a very long time. Let's go ahead and show this some more.
Fred Douglass building. I'm going to let you show some of the scholars at E5 Tunde.
Boom. I want y'all to see how nice and clean it is in there, right? And look at what he's done to it now. Look at the enhanced picture. Look at that trash. I took the clips from inside this video that I'm running, and I clipped it. That's what it looks like in the gym. He's got all this nasty stuff in the gym. He's got boxes like this in the gym. Look at this. Umar, why you got all this stuff in here like this, man? This is what the gym looked like, where it was nice and clear. There was no junk. There was no clutter. And then this man then turned it into stuff like this. Look at this right here. I enhanced the clips. I enhanced the video. I took clips from the actual video. Use enhancement technology. You know, we got AI now. We got all kind of technology that we can use at our fingertips to expose how nasty this man really is. Now, when we look, this is an area that I think that we have been, we should have spent more time, in my opinion, looking at, because it plays, as my theory goes, this plays into the fact that he can't get anything done.
Diversity.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Black
We in the
power.
school.
Black power. Black power.
You know what I mean?
Black power. Black power.
Open there. Yeah, baby.
Now, that sister right there has a YouTube channel. She got a lot of followers, a lot of people that follow her. And I couldn't, when I've watched her channel before, she seems to be pretty on top of stuff. You know, she seems to know her stuff. And I can't believe for the life of me how she was able to be bamboozled by Umar. But then again, let me correct that, because some of us who donated to Umar Johnson, at one point in time, Umar Johnson came off like he really was about that life. But we find out that he's not about that life. Now, Miranda, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate you. Miranda says, from Miranda, hi, Infoman and chat. Yes, the thing that hurts my heart is UJ telling parents their kids didn't have disabilities. Yeah, he's a sick individual, and I'm going to show you a throwback video of him talking to a parent who y'all remember there was a black woman who moved to Delaware specifically to take her child, put her child in his school, and she had been waiting and waiting and waiting. This man sat up there and literally lied to her in her face. There is no school. That child is probably a lot older now. And when she said that her son had had autism but was high functioning, he tried to play it up like, well, maybe he don't need no RDP. He don't need no this and that. The woman knew what she knew. The woman knows her child. Umar lied to her and said, hey, we can try to get him in this grade. He don't have no school. He lied to her. I'm going to show you that video. Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
The man is a pure liar. Check this out. But I want y'all to notice, and I know you guys have seen this video. Honor has played this video. But the most important thing right now in this video, to me, for all of you, is to notice how clean at that time in 2019 the gym was. How do you go from having a gym that didn't have a whole bunch of clutter in it to now having a gym where you got this clutter in it, Umar? Even if you had people that went in there and vandalized, why haven't you cleaned it up? Why haven't you put stuff in the boxes? Why are you still got stuff scattered around there? And of course, he claimed that they put paint, so there's paint all over the ground. He hasn't done anything with this area. And then we still don't know what's the deal with the hole in the wall. We probably got pigeons and all kind of stuff living in there. Did he get the hole in the wall patched up? Because here's the enhanced picture. Let's go.
You got Brother Ryan, no doubt, looking out for us.
Once again, look how clean, relatively clean, and to my surprise, the gym is. But this is before he began to do what? Do what he did. What he did at home. What did he do at home? He's a hoarder. This is what he did at home. He cluttered the place up. Nasty, dirty, nasty. In his mama's closet is all messed up like this. It took him no time over the years to make it look just like this right here. You see? Let's go.
You know what I mean? So tell me what's your thing? Give me some words, Gail. What do you think so far to walk through the tour?
It's
How
nice.
you liking the school?
It's nice.
You feeling it? Samantha, what you think?
The potential, I see the before and the
It's a sad shame. This woman says she sees the before and the after and the potential. Well, the potential is that the gym looks nice and clean behind you, but now in the 2026, just like the way he was living dirty, he has filthy up the gym like this. These are enhanced, once again, these are enhanced pictures that I clipped from the original video that you're looking at right now, where I clipped it so that you can see just how filthy. Look at those red, white, and red, green, and black Pan-African shoes. That's Umar's stuff. That ain't no Vando stuff. This is Umar's crap. Look at the broken desk that he has yet to have removed. If you got contractors, why didn't you have the contractors? Why didn't you have Pookie and Ray Ray pick this stuff up? Because you definitely didn't have no real contractors, right? You don't have a real clean place like this. This is crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Hear me again. Hear this again.
potential of the after is going to be phenomenal, tremendous.
All right, what you think, Sister Sabrina?
I see the
Fred Douglass building.
She's Fred Douglass building that you have destroyed. You have messed up. It's rotten to the core in there. I'm sorry. It's rotten to the damn core. You got all this junk. You're living like this at your mama's house, and then you're living like this at your mama's house again. You screwed up FDMG. The gym is looking like this. Look at that, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to everything. The pictures have been enhanced. I'm repeating this for anybody that watches this video on the replay so that they know that you're looking at enhancements of the actual gym and the junk that he has in there, that he has junked this place up. Here's another one, the same one I've been showing, right? And then there's another one right there. And then, of course, we've got the roof that's a complete mess, right? Well, I don't even know. Can anybody tell me in the chat room that Umar get the roof fixed? Was that ever repaired? Educate me. Now you say, okay, what else is he doing that's a hoarder behavior? Well, let's go to here to Umar Johnson. Remember the night that Umar Johnson walked into the small gym, the gym that he has painted that looks ridiculous. This right here, he's got all these weird colors, right? Well, look at the back of this picture. Look at all that junk. It took Umar no time to go from a gym that was nice and clean like this. See the background? This is a picture that I took from him being in the gym that I enhanced in this manner. This would have made a good thumbnail too as well. There go the basket. It's the gym. Look how everything is clean. I mean, I don't like the paint job personally, but look at how he don't have no clutter. And now look at the clutter. Look at all the clutter right here. The clutter that's in the big gym right there, but look at this right here. This is what you need to be looking at. Look at all the clutter in the background as he's smiling. I clipped this from that video that he did when he walked in there and you saw all this junk. How did he go from having a gym that didn't have any of this clutter to having all this clutter in a gym? Because Umar Johnson is a hoarder. This is hoarder behavior. Thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate that, Yaupo. Shock G the Great. I'm not a hole like the outside is exposed. Let me see. It's not a hole like the outside is exposed. It's a visible light from other classrooms that had no ties in the ceiling are missing. But Umar, let me put that back up there and see what you're talking about right here. So look, right here. Looking at this. You're telling me that that's not a hole in the ceiling, that that's not light coming in? I'm just asking the question. I'm not trying to be a smart ass here. I'm not trying to clown nobody. I'm just asking for y'all assistance in this situation. Can anybody tell me, if I'm reading the brother right, he says that's light coming in from, or maybe, wait a minute, maybe Shock G is making a joke. I think you being tongue in cheek. Is that right, brother? I think that's what it is. That's dangerous right there. Has that been repaired? We don't even know. I don't know. Do you know? The chat room needs a name like the Info Seekers or the Truth Trop. Yeah, we'll figure out a name. We'll figure out the info medias in the chat room. The info medias. I don't know. Yeah, we do need a name. Everybody got a name. We got Cookie Crunch, the Cookie. I'm being ridiculous right now, y'all. But we got the over there. Honor's got the cookie chat room, that they get down over there, and some of them follow me over here. So we got to figure out something. But no, let's get back serious here. I think my man Shock G was just being tongue in cheek with that statement about is the light that's coming through the walls is from the other classrooms. But no. Seriously. This is dangerous, y'all. If he doesn't have this repaired properly, there's no way he'll pass inspection for this building to ever be open, which is one of the reasons why you don't really see Umar over at this bigger building. He's always gravitating towards the building that he has the funky colors right here. But how do you go from having, because this actually is from him standing in the gym, y'all. I didn't do anything to this, but just enhance the photo just to make it, a little bit more clear. But the basketball and the basket and everything is where it is supposed to be. How do you go from everything being nice and cleared out where you can see things to everything looking like this, where you got junk in the background? Let me move myself off of here. Look at all of that mat back there. Now let me show you some more. Oh, I'm not finished. Look at this. There go more junk in the back. Look at all that junk in the back where it's green, where the wall is painted green. where the wall is painted green, he got all this junk in the back, but didn't have all this junk in the back right here. Why do you have all this stuff in the gym? Because he's a hoarder. Just like on this picture, he got a whole bunch of junk in that closet. Let me enhance that picture. Bam. That's junk in there. That's real junk. This is a clip from actual video of him walking past this area. Y'all remember this? Honors had this on his channel. And you have this area right here, a closet. Look at all the junk in there. He's a hoarder. And in my estimate, this man is a hoarder. Now, let me give you another enhancement of this picture so you can see a little bit wider. Okay, I'm prepared. Look at that. A wider angle, more expanded angle. He got all these garbage bins up here. Look at all that junk in the back. Why is he using all of this as a storage space? This is not ready to be open for no school. He will not be able to pass no inspection when he got all this junk in here. And then remember, there's a bump on the floor of this gym where kids could get hurt. That will never pass. Umar Johnson is using this as his personal storage for his junk, his clothing, his personal items, stuff that came from that trashy home that he was living in right here. For those of you who didn't see the original video, we got the original video for you right here.
I'm looking for strong alpha males. Okay? Strong alpha males. Send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com is what we're looking for. My thing is
my thing is up. My thing is up. You got caught, Umar. It's just that simple. You got caught with your pants down, and you still are showing the same patterns that you did at your mama's house at the school, or not schools, but the buildings. And you can't stop at trashing your own living space where your mama and you were at. You had to go on a limb and trash things at the gym, at the buildings, in some of the closet of this building. You didn't clean up anything in the big gym. You are a hoarder, in my estimate. Let me show you something else. Here goes some more junk here. Boom. Guess where this came from? Everybody, look at this picture right here. It's enhanced. It's from this same night that he went into the gym, right? Remember, same night that he walked into the gym and he was hooping and hollering about, oh yes, as he always does, right? Well, while he's sitting here and you look at all this junk in the back, there's this junk right here. Look at that. Nobody can tell me that this man is not a hoarder. He's a hoarder. It's just that simple. And this is I'm going to say it again. This is the area that we should have paid more attention to, along with other things. Not that we didn't look at this and say, man, he's nasty. But what I'm saying is, in terms of, if this man lives like this, and then he also brought the same mentality to these buildings, then one can make an inference that there's a reason why he can't, from a psychological point of view, get this thing right, get these buildings up and running, because he's too disorganized, too unable to function, or able to focus, not able to execute a plan. Because to build a school, you need to be able to work with others. And we know Umar doesn't work with others very well, other than Pookie and Ray Rays, who are the ones who's probably complaining about when he says the black contractors ripped me off. And I'm going to say it again. If he had real black contractors who are licensed, you could take them to court, you could sue them, and he should have shown us a contract to prove that, hey, here's the contract I had with them, and they ripped me off. He's full of blubber and brisk and arrogance and behavior that is of a person that is disorganized, unfocused, unable to execute, unable to organize, because he is what? Disorganized.
Tell Tell the truth.
And that's why we don't have anything other than what the man has shown. So he's a hoarder. I've said this before. This man is a hoarder. This man has problems. This is the junk right here, right? This is the junk that he's got there. But let me show you why I believe that this is a hoarding issue right here. This is the video this is what I was bringing up right here. Hoarding is more than, cluster. Throwing things away causes severe anxiety. Adjectives may have hidden value. So he might be holding on things that have hidden value like this crap right here. So whatever reason, he saves all this garbage because to Umar, some of this stuff has hidden value. Just like this garbage that he had right here. This is all embarrassing. Okay? He might need it later because it has hidden value to him. Tied to an emotional memory. Maybe some of this garbage that we have seen is tied to his memories as a child or as a young adult. We don't know, but we do know that the man has a very serious problem when it comes to being a hoarder. This is his hoarder behavior. There's no doubt about that in my estimation. Unbelievably unsafe, overwhelming such circumstances that it is. And then here we go right here. Hoarding makes completing task like building a school and reaching goals difficult. So if you are a hoarder, you're disorganized, it's difficult for you to meet the goal, let alone of your own personal life, but the goals of building a school. That you have the answers to black children. That he confesses to black women. That he has the answers to helping their child. In this case, a black child. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. Making completing tasks and reaching goals difficult. It causes executive dysfunction, trouble with brain managing skills. Part of building a school, everybody, is you have to be able to have managing skills. You have to be able to talk to people, organize. You got to have a business plan for the school. You should be able to have a website. He has no website to be able to tell you this is our goals for the month. This is our goals for the second month. This is where we see ourselves being able to build the school, be able to finish the school. If we can get this part of the building fixed, we need chalkboards. We're in the process of hiring teachers. He can't tell you any of those things because he's disorganized. And people who are hoarders, they have a hard time with completing tasks because their executive function in their brain is not functioning. It's dysfunctional. They're having trouble with managing their skills, extreme physical barriers, maybe. He does have one. Loss of focus. I've been saying that. Loss of focus. And emotionally overwhelmed. I think Umar Johnson is overwhelmed by a task that he can't take on. So that the way he medicates himself or the way he hides that he can't take on this task is to keep blubbering about I'm King Kong consciousness, hear me roar like a monkey, right? Or to keep talking about women and I need 5 queens, I need 6 queens, and blah 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 blah. I'm doing something that nobody does. You do that as a mask to mask what you have not produced. So then you put on these facades when you know that what you're saying is a lie. Umar Johnson knows he's a liar, but he knows that he has a certain number of followers out there, particularly black women that he preys on, that will still believe in him. So then he continues to do what? Fake it until you make it. Severe impact on daily life. If a man is living with junk like this at the gym, and he's living with a junk space like this, and like this in the gym, and living like this at home, the man is clearly disorganized and may have some issues with being a hoarder. because he's bringing that mentality everywhere he goes. Right here. Here's the next one. Hoarding. Filling living spaces with piles of items. That's what he's done. Piles of items here. I'm reinforcing the facts here, y'all. Look at that. He has all this junk in the big gym like that. Filling spaces with piles of items, blocking areas, right? Kitchen, bathroom. We've already heard from these girls. There were girls or females, or let me correct myself. There were women who were trying to help Umar take care of his mama. And they said that the bathroom was nasty, that Umar was nasty, that he had all kind of junk all over the place. Well, to prove that out, he had all this junk right here. That was at his mama's house in the closet where he's filming videos for social media. Sick individual. Bathrooms and beds become unable. You cannot cook, clean, or rest properly, which drains the energy needed to pursue large goals like building a school. You understand why this is an area that we needed to pay more attention to? Loss of items. Let me have a drink of water here. I'm sorry, folks. Loss of items, important tools, bills, or keys get buried in cluster of making simple tasks take hours. Well, Umar Johnson's been taking a number of years now. He's been collecting money since 2005. We're almost close to 20 years now, and nothing has happened. This is why you cannot be fooled. This is very important. You cannot be fooled by what you see right here.
Lounge. This is the teacher's lounge. This is the teacher's lounge, brothers and sisters. We got to get a couch for our teachers. We got to get a refrigerator for our teachers. We got to get a television for our teachers, brothers and sisters. It's nation time. It's nation time, brothers and sisters. We not playing no games. It's nation time. We not playing no games. The time is now, brothers and sisters. The time is now. Stop playing the game. They said we stole the money. They say there will never be no school, but I'm here to tell you today the school is done and the school is ready. I said the school is done and the school is ready, brothers and sisters. The school is done and the school is ready. The wait is over, but we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters. The wait is over, but we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters.
Umar Johnson has a serious problem, y'all. And I think this does play into his lack of ability to complete tasks such as building a school, because of building a school, you have to have full concentration. You have to have full ability to get tasks done. You have to be able to be organized when it comes to your tasks. And this man has never been very organized when it comes to tasks. For example, Umar Johnson, when he's like this, it's no wonder he doesn't even have a business plan for the school. What is a business plan? Right here is an example of a business plan. A private school business plan, executive summary, the top 10 most events in human history. Now, overall, check this out. Overall, a private school's name, you need to know, you have to have a private school name, location, grades. He jumps all over the place about what grades he wants to have, right? Mission, to provide quality education. What is his mission statement of this so-called school? 2, financial summary, tuition, income, fundraising goals. Umar Johnson does not have a business plan explaining what is his fundraising goals other than hit the damn Cash App, hit the PayPal, right? But he doesn't have any connection to the community at the government level or any level to be able to get money into the program. So Umar Johnson, because he's a hoarder, in my opinion, he can't focus. He can't pay attention to details, because having a school business plan is what? Being able to have a detail that will require you to have what? The breakdown into tuition, income, fundraising goals. Now, the mission statement should inspire and educate students for life time learning. The problem with Umar is that most of what he says is fantasy. He doesn't even start with the basics. You got to get the basics right, Umar. You keep talking about you're going to teach them farming science. You're going to teach them how to fly a helicopter. Every student's going to be able to speak Swahili, what have you. First of all, let's get the basics down first. 2, this man wants to build a school that won't have an accreditation. That's dangerous. Vision statement. Part of a business plan for a school is that you got to have a business. You have to have a vision statement to be recognized as a premier institution or academy. What is the mission statement? Because really, when Umar talks about the school being his Afrocentric school, it's more about him bragging about himself. Have you guys noticed that? Put 7s in the chat room. He's really focusing and talking about and bragging about himself. Okay? We've got, I wish someone would fly a drone over those buildings to see those roofs. Honor has footage. I don't have that footage, but I need to get that footage. Honor has that footage. He has played it on this channel where he shows you a 360 view of the roof. And when he was talking about the roof was fixed this and fixed that, we were able to see that he was lying about certain stuff. What's going on? House of Entertainment. Good to have you here. Peace and respect. We've got, who do we have here? We got, let's see, Yapo, he do not know how to cut grass or clean a toilet, let alone hire teachers. Very good point. Jonathan Majors, thank you for being here. Jonathan Majors coming in with the 7. Afro Punk Chick, thank you for being here. Williams Martin is in the house. Jay the Informant says, hey, everyone. Let me see right here. I'm just going to read a few things people are saying here. We've got Mr. Tinder says here, thanks for keeping us posted, bringing us the most updated news. Much appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much. I give you all a clap. Thank you.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, I appreciate you all coming over, but I'm not finished yet. I thank you. Jessica, let me see, says, if Umar used licensed contractors, they would have pulled permits for the roof, HVAC, at least. Those permits are public records. You know what? That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Tell the truth.
Because they're licensed. And only a licensed contractor could pull something like that. B Fabulous is in the house. She says, peace. Jay the Informant. We got Alicia in the house breaking things down too for us. We've got RJ. All right now, he had dudes using rakes to cut. You know why he had people using rakes to cut stuff? Because what have I been saying? What have you guys been saying? He's using Pookie and Ray Ray. He's using the brothers that's out there on the streets playing dice at night, shaking dice and drinking what do you call that? What's that cheap wine that is called Night Train? Drinking Night Train. Okay, drinking Night Train. Talking about roll the dice, brother, roll the dice. And then Umar comes up on them and says, hey, I'll give y'all $35, $45 if y'all can help rake some grass. Shit, man, I'll rake the grass for $20, man. Sign me up. Pookie and Ray Ray. Now, when we talk about these goals and objectives, we don't have a plan. There's no goals and objectives. Nothing has been put forth by this man because this man is not serious about building anything. Now, everybody, let's play this video for you. This is the video when he was on the podcast with the young lady. I didn't like this podcast. I thought that it was a lot of nonsense that he was engaging in on this podcast with this young lady. But here he is talking about how black women are going to have to wear their hair if they expect to work at his so-called school. Check this out.
As a class, you don't graduate unless you can speak 2 African languages, right? You will have your own business plan when you graduate, and we will actually finance the first business for each of our graduates. Oh, it's Black Power all day. Girls, when we open up the girls' school, must be 100% natural by nature. Or they.
I want to stop it right there. I understand that at one point in time, I used to think, hey, learning an African language would be great. But there is no there is no market in terms of making money, going into business. There is no market for you to learn the African language. There is no market for it. There is no job out there. There's no place out there that's going to pay you. I got to keep it real. They will pay you for knowing Spanish, but there is no place out there in the marketplace in the world that you're going to get paid because you know an African language. But it ain't about the African language. It's about the fact that this man is a dreamer about what kids have to learn. Your school is not accredited. So now you're going to say these kids can't graduate unless they learn the language that you want them to learn. But yet your school won't be accredited because you said it isn't going to be an accredited school. So therefore, it doesn't matter what you teach them, Umar, because what you teach them, it won't matter because they won't be able to do anything with it. Because the school's unaccredited. And remember I said in that last video, if you go to a school that's unaccredited and you spend a year or two in there and you say, wait, man, I'm getting my kids out of this FDMG. This is a mess over here. Umar's a mess. Do you know you can't transfer the credits from his school, if it was a school, to any school in Wilmington, Delaware? It's untransferable. Your child would have to go back to a regular school in the community and take courses over again that he might have taken at his so-called school because it's unaccredited. So when you go to an unaccredited school and you want to take your child out of that school, you can't transfer those credits. They have to take all that shit over again if they really were taking anything of any educational value at a place that Umar would be trying to run. Now, I want to play this again because he says some things that's complete violation. Here we go.
As a class, you don't graduate unless you can speak 2 African languages, right? You will have your own business plan when you graduate, and we will actually finance the first business.
How can you have, this man is saying that he's going to give kids, that when black kids graduate from his school, they will have a business plan. This man doesn't even have a damn private business plan for the school. Umar does not. Listen to me. Is this mic working? Listen to me, everybody. Umar Johnson does not have a business plan for the school. He does not have a website. Yet he has the nerve to tell this woman on her podcast that the kids will be required to have a business plan before they graduate from school, from his place, when he doesn't even have a business plan for the school. Make that make sense. This is what you get from a person who's a hoarder, who's disorganized, by all means disorganized as an individual. Umar Johnson is unorganized. And when you have someone who's a hoarder, they can't focus. They just do a bunch of gibberish talk.
For each of our graduates. Oh, it's Black Power all day. Girls, when we open up the girls' school, must be 100% natural by nature.
You can't do that. It's a violation of the law. You cannot make people wear their hair the way you want them to wear their hair because you have what they call the Crown Act, you dummy. It would be a discrimination to turn, if he was, just imagine if he was to enroll a black young youth, female youth to his school. And let's say she didn't wear her hair in braids or natural. She had her hair pressed. Let's say she had her hair blonde colored. He could not turn her down on the basis of her hairstyle. But then again, we already know that Umar cannot run a school like this because there's a law. You cannot have a school that's completely all black. It doesn't mean that you can't focus on getting black students in the school by moving it into a black area. And Delaware, Wilmington is certainly a black area. But if, let's say, some white kids wanted to join his school for some reason, or Asian kids or Latinos, he could not turn them down because that would be a violation of the law. This man doesn't know law. He doesn't realize that what he's saying is a violation of law. Because he's a hoarder. He's a disorganized individual. He's a hoarder. Something is wrong with his brain. Let's go. If this is my opinion.
Well, they cannot come to that school.
No, no,
Okay.
you can't
No
do
weave, no wig, no perm, no artificial hair color.
Don't
or
be
hair.
pointing at me talking about weed, 'cause I got you tracks now. Hold on now.
But it's all natural,
Mm-hmm.
head to toe.
Everything. Body
Everybody.
parts, everything.
Everything, head to toe, natural. In order to be there, your hair don't have to be natural when you apply to be at the school, but your hair better be natural when you show up to work at the school.
you can't
I
do
wanna
that.
Shave you bald myself and let you start over with your new growth.
He's a damn fool.
Information is power.
Umar Johnson can't do any of that crap that he's talking on these podcasts. He's a disorganized hoarder type mindset. This is the law in Delaware, Wilmington. I looked this up. See, these are the things that we need to be focusing on, some of these little nuances of what Umar Johnson says out of his mouth. And then we should look at what the law says. He can't do any of that crap that he just said. Breaking news, everybody. Delaware hair discrimination law protecting natural hairstyles, braids and locks and twists. So this is a Crown Act. So we know that black people have been discriminated against for wearing their hair natural. So if you are if you can't discriminate against someone for wearing their hair natural, you certainly can't discriminate against someone who doesn't want to wear their hair natural. Umar, you're stupid. Delaware joins states to protect hairstyles from discrimination. You hear? That's the key word. Hairstyles from discrimination. Umar Johnson is dumb. Let's read some more about this law. Delaware hair discrimination law is now in effect, signed by the governor early this month. The measure amended the state's code of related to discrimination, and none includes protective hairstyles, primarily those associated with race, such as texture, braids, locks, and twist. Delaware is the latest in a string of states, okay, y'all? String of states that have enacted such a law just last year. This was like, I think in 2025 or maybe 24 when they enacted this. Similar last year when Maryland and Virginia enacted similar legislation following the lead of California, the Crown Act, y'all. The Crown Act, which was the first state to pass a hair discrimination law in 2019. Do y'all remember that? Put sevens in the chat room. So what am I saying? Umar is saying that he wants people to be all natural. I get it. He's Pan-African, right? But the thing is that the same laws that protect people from being discriminated against because they wear their hair natural are the same laws that would protect individuals who don't want to wear their hair natural, like they have a weave, they may have blonde in their hair, they may have their hair pressed out. Umar can't discriminate against them because that would be under the same guise of the Crown Act. So when he's talking this nonsense, this is just bliverish talk. This is what this is.
Head to toe natural in order to be there. Your hair don't have to be natural when you apply to be at the school, but your hair better be natural when you show up to work at the school. Or I'm going to shave you bald myself and let you start over with your new growth.
He cannot shave anyone bald. That's a violation. Why is Umar so obsessed with the way women are wearing their hair, and particularly focusing on the teachers? He can't do this to the teachers. That would be a work lawsuit. That would be a labor lawsuit waiting his way. He can't do this to the children. And I don't know why anybody would want to work at his work with this man or send their kids to this man when you can see plenty of stuff on social media where he's saying all sorts of sexual inappropriate things.
That's interesting.
If I can't grab it, you can't have it.
Why is he saying if I can't grab it? You know what that's a reference to? That's a sexual reference. That's a sexual reference because let's be honest, we're all adults here. We know that when people have sex and men and women get into it with each other, that maybe somebody, you You might get your hair grabbed. Some people like that, having their hair pulled in certain sexual positions. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why, see, I can break Umar down psychologically here. That's why he said, if I can't grab it, because he's thinking about a sexual position in which a man or whoever grabs person's hair when they're in the midst of a sexual type act. I want you to see his mindset, the sickness.
That's interesting.
If I can't grab it, you can't have it.
If I can't grab it, you can't have it. This is a sexual tone that he's putting out there. Subliminal messaging. Sick. Supposed to be a man who claims that he's about educating kids. Yeah, he has not educated one black boy, one black girl to date. Y'all tell me when, where, and how. He appeals to black women's sensibilities about their kids because he wants to get between their legs so that he can grab it, as he just said, by using black boys as his way to get inroads with women.
At the school. Or I'm going to shave you bald myself and let you start over with your new growth.
That's interesting.
If I can't grab it, you can't have it. If
Remember
it
what
ain't
I said.
happy,
King Kong ain't happy.
Boom. Why does a man, a grown man like Umar Johnson, I want y'all to really think about this. I'm taking my time with this video because this is very important. Why does a grown man say such a thing like that, then reference himself as being King Kong, associating himself with a primate, when we know the history of how black people were called apes, monkeys, and chimps in a derogatory fashion? Why is this man, a grown man, or 50-something years of age, I believe right now, or two, why is a grown man referencing himself as being King Kong, a primate, an ape, a gorilla in the movie King Kong that became obsessed over a white woman, and then in the end, that obsession over a white woman began his demise when climbing the Empire State Building in New York and being shot off. Yet this man says he's only for black women, but yet uses reference to a character that was obsessed with white women. Y'all tell me something here. Tell me something here. Tell me something here. Tell me something here, Yapo. Tell me something here, Jonathan Majors. Tell me something here, Afro Chick. Tell me something here, another CG. Tell me something here, Eyes of the Watcher. Somebody tell me something, Sweet DJ. Tell me something. Tell me something here, Natural Beauty. Somebody tell me something. Am I lying? Am I not telling the truth? JD Informant. Somebody tell me something. Mad, tell me something. Sassy, tell me something. The man is vulgar. The man is sick. Y'all tell me something. Royal, tell me something. NSL, tell me something. Woke, tell me something. Tell me something. Umar wants to be Big Brother Almighty from School Days. Tell me something, but you know what I broke down is the facts. He's a sexual. Let me say something, because I can't say this is what he is because I don't have proof of this. So I have to be very careful here. I'm not going to say that Umar is a sexual predator. Well, let me say this. He has not been convicted, as we know, as being a sexual predator, but the way he talks and moves is the behavior of a sexual predator. I'm going to say it again. The way Umar talks and makes certain gestures is the behavior and the mindset of a sexual predator. And remember, there was a girl who showed up, put sevens in the chat room if y'all remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all remember there was a girl who showed up. What's going on? House of Consciousness. House of Entertainment. I'm sorry. House of Entertainment. House of Consciousness, that's side net of TV. But House of Entertainment. There was a girl that showed up at one of his, he was speaking, remember? And she walked down the aisle and she said, he did something to me. I guess he met with this girl. She was young. And I guess Umar had his way with her sexually. And I guess he must have dumped her or left her like she was nothing. And I guess it must have really bothered her because she showed up and said, this man took advantage of me. And then all these so-called black conscious community, they took the girl they took her out of the building, had her all on the floor, and took her out of the auditorium, trying to protect this garbage right here. A hoarder, a man who stuffs garbage everywhere he goes. And now he's on here talking about how the girls are supposed to dress at his school, or supposed to wear their hair. And if I can't grab it, then you can't have it. And King Kong's not happy, making reference to himself as being a monkey. Crazy. Let's continue. This nonsense.
Hey, you make your own rules and
no,
I
he
can't
can't.
do nothing.
Now, you
No.
can come
But
to the
respect
school.
it.
No, he can't make his own rules like that because those rules violate the laws of Wilmington, Delaware. So he can't do that. That violates the law. That's right here on your face in blue, red, and yellow. So he can't do that. This man is just a fantasy man, a dreaming man. He can't do that. The same laws that protect natural hair protect people who wear their hair unnatural. It's discrimination in a day when it comes to what? Hairstyles.
For the events with processing.
Right.
So if you say, I'm coming to the FDMG Fest, you good. But if you say, I want to volunteer.
Oh, I got options now. I can pull out my tracks and do whatever I want in any way.
Okay, so when you come to FDMG, I want that natural hair. I want it natural.
I respect that.
Who is he?
FDMG been in the talks for a minute, a few years.
Yeah, we started raising money.
Who is Umar Johnson to tell someone how they can wear their hair? Who is he? Who died and made him the king? Umar Johnson really believes that he's the king of black people. Make sure y'all share this video.
In April of 2014, we took our first donation in St. Louis, Missouri, trying to raise money to buy the HBCU College St. Paul's in Lawrenceville, Virginia.
That's a lie. Never was for sale. He never put a bid on it. He wasn't buying it. It was all a pipe dream. He went on that campus with his cameras, walking around when he was unauthorized to be there, making that video about the St. Paul school that he never put a bid on. That's another lie. He started collecting money going back to 2005. He said that the school would be open in 2010, and yes, you would pay for it.
A whole black college for $2 million. I went down there. They had the gym, the cafeteria. They had a chapel. They had a infirmary, dormitory. I was in love with it, Queen.
Right. So that you know why you're in love with it? So that you can hoard all your crap around it. So that you can put all this crap, so that you can put stuff in the kitchen, the bathroom, the beds become unusable. So that you can you can put hoard stuff that would make it hard for you can cook food. Put stuff in the kitchen, right? Hoarder stuff in closets. Hoarder all kind of stuff so that you can do exactly what you did right here at the buildings that you're in right now. Put all this garbage in the back of the gym. Put all this garbage in the gym like this that you didn't clean up, that you left in this condition. Even if someone got in here and did some of this damage, you never cleaned it up. You left all this junk in here, all this mess. Still up in there, y'all. Still up in there right now.
$2 million for 118 acres? $2 million! Built by a friend of Booker T. Washington. I couldn't raise the money. The Chinese bought it.
The Chinese brought it. No, you didn't. The bottom line is, here we go with the blaming game. He's blaming black people. Even though Umar hasn't invested any of his own personal savings in this shit, he's getting his money from black people, but criticize black people by saying that it was the white man, it was the Asian man, and all these other people that could build something, because if I was Asian, white, or Latino, it would have been built. No, it's not built because you're a disorganized individual who has a hoarding problem. You are a hoarder, and you're a sick individual. You're self-absorbed in your own self. You're a narcissist. You have a personality issue. What's going on, Enterprise? Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Let's go in here and read your statement right here. Okay. So Enterprise Entertainment says the conscious community is as muggy to be blame as much of the blame as this lying fool. He's a bum, a thief, right? A sadistic individual. These podcasters are unintelligent. Yeah, right. They're not intelligent because the podcasters are simply trying to use Umar, right? They're simply using Umar to get paid. They're using Umar is to get paid on their podcast. That's why they know he's good for ratings. He's good for people putting eyeballs, but they don't do us any good service. I think I gotta be honest. I think the podcasters are doing more to keep this myth of Umar Johnson going. They're doing more to keep his name in the social media streets because they keep allowing him to come on their shows and lie. And I bet you 9, 10 times they know that he's lying. And it shows you that they don't really care about the content that they give us or the integrity of that content, because they're willing to put a liar on their show, let him lie, let him talk a bunch of nonsense without any proof of what he's really accomplished. So thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Clap to you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Matter of fact, let's go to some super chat music right here and let's go.
Thank you for the super chat.
Time to run it off. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it off. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it. 9 out of 10, rip through my hands, I'm on my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a small little break here. My man Yalpo, we're getting back to Black 2 Saturday morning animations and cartoons. I want you to see just a small clip of what he's been working on as we get back to the Umar Johnson content in just a few minutes. But let you see this right here. Yalpo is in the chat room. He's the man that's behind this, producing this, and we're going to drop this exclusive video to you guys right now. It's just a small video, won't take up a lot of time within a program, but it's a great video to show you what's coming up with Black to Saturday morning, where we as Black people can create animated series that speak to our people, our culture, our children, our people. Here we go.
Like, share, and follow.
EFO.
I love it. I love it, y'all. This is great. All right. Fantastic. We're coming to you with Black to Saturday morning. I still got to do my promo for this too. I know Yelp has been all over me and my daringness to get that promo done. I got to do the promo because I will be in my promo will be in some of those clips that you see right there. I appreciate Yalpo and his hard work and the people that's behind him involved in this project. And I can't wait until the whole project is getting near a conclusion to the point where we can show you a lot of different clips and what have you. We're going to try to get my man Yalpo to make a series for the Urban Nerds Worldwide with George Macomb, whole street TV thing we got going on over there, which the brother's doing fantastic work over there. Of course, we've got my man from the Science Institute, Q Butter. We want to make a promo for him as well. And Yalpo, who's in the chat room, he's the brains and energy and the creative brains and talent behind what you just saw right there. Let's give it a clap again. Woo. Yeah. All right. Woo. Right on. I just want to show that part of it. Now, let's get back to the Umar Johnson content. Appreciate you all watching that. It's just a little bit of an intermission we had right there. Let's get back to it and get back to the nonsense of an Umar Johnson who's a hoarder, a man who has issues with hoarding. His brain's not set right, y'all, in my opinion. And but he's good on these podcasts, running his mouth about nothing half the time. And here we go.
2026, right? 7 years to get it up and running. Why? We let a Chinese buy a HBCU. So we said, okay, St. Paul's is over. Let's just start raising money and try to find a regular day school. I came to Chicago. I looked at some of the schools y'all had here. Chicago blocked me, though. The school system in the city blocked me.
He's a liar.
Seeing the good schools. It was a runaround. Detroit, it was a runaround.
No, that's a lie. Umar Johnson was going around to different cities across the country, and everywhere he would go, he would claim he would buy the building. Yet, none of those buildings that he claimed he was going to buy, those buildings were never for sale. Some of those buildings were already under some other management or ownership. And he would say, hey, I think I'm going to buy this building. This will be the FDMG in Detroit or Chicago, or somewhere like that. And then he would proceed by saying, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App. He would simply use it as a way to get particularly black women, who is his biggest followers, to give him money by lying and saying he's going to build a school here and there by using these buildings that he had that weren't for sale, that he wasn't buying, as a prop around the singular issue that he is going to do what? See that garbage he's got right there? He's a hoarder, y'all. I've been telling y'all that this man is a hoarder. Single issue around the issue of doing what? I can save your black child. That's been a lie. That's been a lie. Let me show you the video. Y'all seen these clips before, but I want to give my perspective to it. Here go the clip. Remember, he claimed that the black contractors didn't do anything to help him, right? But there was the white contractors that saved the day, even though he missed the black power. That the black contractors cheated him out of money. And like somebody said in the chat room today, if he had real black contractors, you should be able to go to the city of Delaware, Wilmington, and pull the contract, pull the work that they were doing. If he really had black contractors that cheated him out of money, Umar could have took them to court because they're licensed. No, Umar used Pookie and Ray Ray. It's just that simple and dry. We don't have a real school. We have just some buildings, and he's been playing games all this time. Let's get to the next one. This is the one where he wants to blame black people.
To 2026, right? 7 years to get it up and running. Why? Because we kept getting scammed by black contractors. They took our deposits. They didn't finish their money. We got done dirty, Queen. We lost a lot of money trusting our own people to take care of us, and they didn't.
Yeah, it be like that.
The school should. If I'm gonna tell you like this, if I was a Mexican, if I was Dr. Umar, a Mexican, with my credentials and my expertise, it would have been done. That school would have been done.
You don't have expertise, Umar. You're not an expert in building a school. You're not an expert in coming. If you're such an expert, where is the school's business plan? Where is the curriculum written down? Where is the school website? Where are the faculty that you've hired and interviewed already? Where is the appropriate furniture going into the school? Where are the appropriate hard hats working on the outside, bringing sheetrock in and various materials? We don't see any of that because you're full of crap. But because things are not going right for Umar, he wants to blame black people because we live in a society where it's easy to put all the blame on black people because society always blames us for everything anyway. So Umar just feeds into the same stereotype that he claims that he's against. He claims to be this power black man, but he's using the same stereotypes that the larger society would stereotype us as. And that is lazy, shiftless, you know the words. Let's go.
In the first year. Yeah. If I was a Jew, it would have been done the first year. If I was Chinese, it would have been done first year. If I was Arab, it would have been done first year. If I was a South Asian Indian, it would have been done the first year.
No, it wasn't done the first year because you were BSing the first year. You were BSing around. And then every time black people ask you, how much money have you collected? Can you show us the books? You get upset. You have not been transparent. And you say, well, I'm only going to be transparent with the people that support me. I guarantee you that the people that gave you money that support you, I guarantee you everybody that they don't know nothing about the books. I guarantee you that they don't know anything about the details of Umar Johnson's books. This from a man who told us not too long ago, remember? This from a man that told us not too long ago that his accounts were frozen, both the FDMG and his personal, which means he was co-mingling the money.
Tell the truth.
A business money or money for a business or a school should have had a business account. There's no way that money should have been commingled with his personal money, but it is because he said his personal accounts were frozen too. Or either they got frozen because maybe he was being checked for fraud. Who knows?
You know why I took a 7? Because we black. And guess what? Not only would it have been done the first year, guess what? I would not have had to pay any of the people who fixed it. Do you feel me? The Mexican said, this is for our kids. You hold that money for the school. We're going to do this on G.
You are a damn fool. How do you know that Mexican people wouldn't expect to get paid for work on a school? You see what he's doing here? He's playing into all the stereotypes. What are the stereotypes? That other ethnic groups like immigrants come to America and work harder than black Americans. They work harder than us. They do better work than we do. And that's what Umar Johnson is falling into right here, that black people, hell, you guys y'all didn't want to help me. The school would have been built. Hell, the Mexicans and the Chinese, they would have built it for free. Ain't that a fool calling Umar Johnson every time he talks, he's asking for a handout. He's saying, can somebody get me an auditorium to speak at? Can somebody find me a school? Can somebody find me a place to eat? Can somebody find me a building that I can sleep in? Can y'all find me a place that I can hoard my garbage? Can y'all find me this? Can y'all find me that? Can you find me a plumber? Can you find me an electrician? Everything out of his mouth is asking black people to find him something. A black man told Umar Johnson, I've got desks for you. I got a truck. I can drive the desk to you for free. You'll get the desk for free. But because I got to transport the desk on my truck, a truck that he was willing to drive all the way to Delaware, Wilmington, unload the desk, new desk, willing to unload it, not charge Umar nothing. But the only thing he asked Umar for was, could you at least pay for a little bit of my gas for my truck, seeing that I'm traveling? That man asked for nothing but travel money. But the desks themselves were going to be free. What did Umar do? Mr. Black people don't want to do nothing for me for free. Black folks won't do nothing for me at all. The man just asked for a little gas money, and you would have thought he told Umar to pay all of his bills. What did he do? What did Umar do? Everybody put sevens in the chat room if you know. He did what? He ended up blocking. Umar blocked the man so that the man could not contact him about giving him those desks, because Umar did not want to pay that brother any money towards his gas, even though he was getting the damn desk free of charge. Because Umar thinks that he's the president of black people and he expects you to pay his way. This sick individual right here expects you to pay his way.
Yeah. Nobody did shit for free. And most of them scammed us. And do you know how we finished all the renovations, Queen? I woke up one day and said, you're going to have to bring white people in here to finish this work. Because if you keep on depending on your own people, you will never finish this school.
And did that happen?
Yes. The white people came in and they finished it up in about a year or two.
So,
Black
BS. He's never shown us any paperwork that he was frauded. He never filed a lawsuit against those that frauded him if they were black contractors. We did see some white boys walking in some of those rooms, but they didn't. But the bottom line is, Umar does not have a functioning, that the buildings are not complete. It's not a school. There's no faculty. There's no students. There's no nothing. All we have is him running around, as I've said throughout this video, putting on a dog and pony show by making you think that there's some progress because he can do this.
That's what we're dealing with right now. That's what we're dealing with right now. We need that final building inspection, brothers and sisters. We need that final building inspection, brothers and sisters. We need, look at that gloss. Look at that gloss on the floor. Oh, yes.
It's all window dressing. He's showing you the best of what he's got just to entice you to keep giving him money. He's a hoarder. He's a dirty individual. And he also lies to people like this woman right here who had a son that was autistic. We talked about this earlier in the show. Umar act like he was going to help her. And this woman took her whole life out there to Delaware for the school. And the school didn't open. The buildings didn't open into a school, should I say. Remember this lie he told this woman right here?
And I mentioned in this building, if push came to shove and Elle and I approved this building and we still got some months to go with that building, I might teach a class myself. You follow me? I may do some.
That's honest talking.
Space in there for like 6
He's
classrooms
lying
easily, but I don't want to do that. I want to do it the right way in the right place inside the garden.
He's lying.
I have questions.
Sure.
My son is autistic.
Son is autistic.
Is he high functioning or low?
Very high functioning.
Okay, which means he might not need an IEP then.
He already has one.
But here's my question. Can he learn in a regular class with the regular kids?
With the regular kids. This sound like a school psychologist?
No.
Who's licensed or is licensed in or is certified? The regular kids.
Without special ed. Because
see, your son is irregular. You see this guy? This is what information man was talking about.
Okay.
His focus, he's got.
Okay, he won't survive in it.
You know, his
even with a 1-to-1-8.
He had a 1-to-1-8.
That wasn't enough.
No, we were phasing him out, and he was right there. COVID.
And what happened?
Stayed home a year. It set him back.
So he regressed,
yes.
But it looks like he was on his way to being able to survive in the class.
Correct.
Okay. Because when he gets to high school, I would much rather he be in the regular class getting pulled out once in a while for autistic support than be assigned to the full-time autistic support class. Because depending on what state he graduates from.
I want to thank Enterprise for the super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the super chat.
Says right here, not on the final. He's done no inspection. Yeah, he hasn't done anything. He's completely a liar, and y'all know this.
Still got to pass.
Thank you for that
the
super chat. I
graduation
appreciate
test,
that.
Even as a special ed child.
The problem is he's very smart.
He's lying to this woman. That's
Maybe
what's
he's a
sad about that. I'm
504.
just
Have you
going to
ever
pull
heard
up
of
your
504
thoughts
plan?
why this is going on here for a minute. Black Anonymous,
here's
where
the
you been?
difference.
How you doing?
IEP is special ed.
Correct.
504 is any kind of disability. Special ed is only 13 disabilities. That's it. Your learning disabilities, your reading and your writing, your intellectual disability, your emotional disturbance, your autism, your deafness, your blindness, your speech, your brain injury. That's special
Yeah, I
ed. It's
agree
only
with that.
13. If your child has any disabling condition, which includes those, but it's not limited to those, and he needs accommodations to be successful in school.
No, they don't do their
he can
research,
qualify
brother.
for a
Not at
504
all.
Without the IEP. The difference between a 504 and the IEP is the
What's
IEP
up, my brother,
modifies
Studio One?
instruction. You dumb down the education. You follow IEP.
Dumb down the education. Why would you talk like that? It's crazy.
Right.
Simply stated is the dumbing
Why
down.
would you talk now? This is what's sad about this is that Umar is literally lying to this woman. If y'all remember this video, put sevens in the chat room. He was literally lying to this woman. Had this woman, giving this woman hope, like he's done a lot with black women, giving them hope that maybe one day their child would benefit from the school that he claimed he was going to open, and it did not happen. But he just keeps lying to black women, lying to people, lied to this woman. She changed her whole life around to come out there to live, to wait for the buildings to turn into a school. It has never happened. Now, thank you, Seth. Seth for the super chat. Seth said this. So let me see this. Seth said this. So he collected money from black people and said black people scammed him and spent the money paying Dwight. Right. Exactly. You got it. You got it, man. You got it.
Tell the truth.
You got it. Afro Punk, how you doing? Black Mario. What's going on, Black Mario? What's going on? Thank you for coming over. Glad to have you over here. Much respect to you. Yeah, I'm giving you a clap. Peace. Oh, you changed your logo on your, it looks good, man. I appreciate you coming over. Yeah. A lot of folks from the Cookie Crush chat is over here today. Cookie Crush chat. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I don't know why I was tongue-tied earlier in the stream when I was trying to say Cookie Crush chat. Wow. Let's continue. But he's a hoarder, y'all. He's got hoarding issues.
But if you say, my son can make it in the regular class if we give him these accommodations.
But that's what we do now.
But stay with me. A one-to-one.
You notice that Umar is not listening to this woman. She says that's what we do now. Everything this is why you know Umar is not a professional. He's not good with kids. It's not his calling. Because to be a good psychologist or licensed psychologist or unlicensed psychologist, it doesn't matter. You got to first be a good listener. The first step to giving people therapy is being a good listener. The woman is telling him that's what we're doing already. That's why you know he don't know nothing about it. That's why you know Umar, it is not his expertise to deal with kids. It really isn't. He knows how to run off and rattle off a lot of information and dates and times, and he can rattle off a whole bunch of stuff, but he doesn't know how to put it together properly. And when it comes to talking to someone like this lady, because he's got a problem upstairs, and I said, y'all, he's a hoarder. He's got a disorganized mind. That's why he can't talk to this woman straight, in my opinion.
A good one-to-one aid. You had one, but was it the right one?
Yeah, she was with him, but
See?
she stopped wanting to communicate with me.
Well, see, that was a breakdown.
Yeah, she's like, I text her like if he's having a bad day.
So obviously she was having problems with one of the people that was supposed to work with her kid. But see, this is the thing. Umar Johnson is not the right person she should be listening to. Because very simply, very fact, he didn't take care of his own kids to be giving advice to a black woman about her child. You get what I'm saying, y'all? He is in no position to be telling a black woman or anybody about their kids when he don't even take care of his own kids. And he has produced nothing to this date. No child's been educated. No black child, whether it be a black boy, a black girl, no one has benefited from being in Umar's presence or in any educational way. If Umar was really making an impact, where are the testimonials? Where are the kids that should be grown now that have come out and said, yeah, Umar was our school principal. Umar was our school psychologist, and he really helped me out. When y'all know that the reason why he lost his job in the school in Philadelphia is because he was operating without a license, putting the private school at risk, misdiagnosing allegedly, and they had to get rid of him. Now that's the truth. Let's go to the next video. Look, everybody, this has been crazy. Umar is a piece of work, y'all. The man is as goofy as all get out. He's a hoarder. I've told y'all this man is a hoarder. He's hoarding garbage all over the place. And for those of you who come into the video, make sure you watch this video again, because I gave enhancements of what he looked like when he was in that house where it was all dirty. Remember?
I'm looking for strong alpha males. Okay?
Right?
Strong alpha.
Boom. And this is what it looked like when you enhance the clips. Look at that. That's how dirty it was. Here's you can see it, a more clearer version of how dirty it really was in his house with his mama, in the apartment with his mama. How can you have your mama living in a place like this and you living in there with her like this? And then, of course, this is more of his junk. This is the room that he actually was broadcasting on his cell phone, trying to give people so-called information on, I'm a psychologist. Look at all this garbage. Same garbage he has at the big building, right? The same. I'm just giving y'all a little summary for those that came in late. This is the garbage in the gym. This is what he has collected in there. They go to the roof again in the big building. This man is nasty. This man now has the gym, the smaller gym, looking like garbage. Look at this. Let's expand the picture. Boom. This is crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Let me play you one last video before we get ready to get out of here today. I've played this video once before, but here is two people from the community of Delaware, Wilmington, talking about since Umar's moved into those buildings, there's been nothing. He said prior to him getting there was a functioning school. As soon as he gets there, there's been nothing. Y'all probably remember this clip. Check this out right here. Let's go.
Was a functional school.
Yeah.
And then Umar came with his idea.
Yeah.
And now no school.
Nope.
No kids.
Nope.
No programs.
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing down here for the kids, for the community, all this killing going on.
A lot of killing.
Yes, absolutely.
So my thing is, shouldn't have Umar then did something like the Boys and Girls Club instead?
Absolutely.
Because the school costs so much money to run.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Donations cannot take care of that.
And that's exactly what he looking for too.
Donation?
Yeah.
I mean, you safe because my platform we good and
you want
ain't nothing gonna
IG,
happen.
Facebook,
No, just YouTube. I'm on just YouTube. But a lot of us from the black community, a lot of us came. A lot of us wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
I just want to know if it was a reality or not. That's all. We're not bashing Umar.
Absolutely.
We not throwing stone at him.
But I feel like if we stick together, we'd be good. But we don't set up us fighting each other.
Well. Besides Umar, yes, that's what we're doing.
There's a problem, everybody. There is a problem, and I hope that you all understand where I'm coming from with doing this video today. I appreciate everyone that's been here, that's rocking with the channel today. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please be a part of what we've got going on over here. I appreciate you all in the chat room. You guys have been great. You've been fantastic. What do you all think about the video that I just showed you near the end here? These are people that live in the community, not people that live far away somewhere. They're saying that since Umar's got there, there's been no production, no nothing. And then remember the last video that I did where I told you that there's a new school that was built in Delaware, Wilmington. It's a school where you don't have to pay any tuition. They got state-of-the-art equipment, state-of-the-art classrooms, equipment, gym, the whole 9 yards. They have a faculty, they have teachers, they have arts program, they have all kind of programs. And the parents don't have to pay $500 to $600 to $700 to put them in a junky place that Umar would try to open up. And the question is, why would anybody pay Umar money for his antiquated space that he's operating out of, which is nothing but a hoarder's dream, because he's a hoarder? Why would they pay to have their kids in that garbage over there and not put their kids in the better school that they don't have to pay a dime? It's a public school. And from what I understand, it's named after a black man who I guess was an educator in the community, and a school that's doing pretty well for the community. Why would they send their kids to that dump that he's trying to call a school? I want to say thank you, Sister Afro Punk Chick. Thank you for coming over. Seth, thank you for coming over. Sassy, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Spiritual Warfare, thank you for coming over. He just all talk. He's not even real activist. Right. You don't ever see Umar involved in anything that goes down when black people. I've been saying this. Every time something goes down in the black community, you don't see him ever on the ground anyway. As much as Umar travels around because he ain't got a job, his job is to get money from us. As much as he's able to travel around in his rent cars, you would think that Umar would take his damn rent car and go drive to one of these places where stuff is happening and get out there with the people and put foot and boot to ground. You never see him do that. What he does is he gets on planes, he gets in his rent car, and he drives to a podcast studio. He's a podcast studio activist. Always got something to say about black folks, yet he want black people money. It's crazy. You, why that bullshit? He's a much of a doctor as Sharon. Yeah, she's a liar too. We know that she's a fraud. I did a video on her too. We've got right here E1B Afro saying Umar buys the puzzle but never puts the pieces together. Good point. Good take. Good take.
Tell the truth.
Black Mario says this, which I appreciate. He says, "You're welcome. I just wanted to come over and support you, brother." Thank you. I appreciate that. Miss Jackson is in the house. Jackson says, "Just lie after lie." Yeah, all he gives us is lies after lies. You're absolutely right. Everybody, with that said, I'm going to have to unfortunately say that this is the conclusion of the program. We'll be back for some more programming very soon. Like I said earlier to everybody last night, every now and then, maybe a Wednesday night or Thursday night during the week, maybe every blue moon, I will do the vertical video, because the vertical video allows my channel to be seen in both the regular YouTube browser as well as the YouTube shorts to the channel. And I've been seeing that. I looked at my analytics today, and there is an increase in people discovering my channel by way of me doing the vertical video. So I do the vertical video with a purpose for that reason. And sometimes I might do vertical video when there's like a breakout story, emergency story, and maybe I don't have time to get my setup the way I want it, and I can just do the vertical video to get things going a lot quicker. So expect to see that sometime if there's a breaking story that I can just like give you guys an update on or something like that. But we're still going to do it. For the most part, most of my videos on this channel are regular version, right? But every now and then we're going to do some vertical every now and then. And if you haven't had a chance to see the latest vertical video I did on that fool that was saying that white man that was saying nasty things about Nolan, you know, and now he got himself fired. I did a video last night on that, so check that video out when you get a chance. Another thing I want y'all to remember to do, because YouTube has this thing called hype the videos. Make sure, especially if you're using your cell phone, the area where you go into the comment section or the live chat room, there's like 3 or 4 little bezel buttons. If you move the button, it'll go to hype sometimes. If you see hype, go in there and give me a hype to hype the video, just like you give me a like. And I definitely would appreciate that. So everybody out there, you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your weekend. I thank you for rocking with me. Yalpo, thank you for the super chat. Hey, my man, Jay Jordan, what's going on? Hey, make sure y'all, hey, do me a favor. Check out Jay Jordan's channel. The brother is dynamic. He does like exercise over there. He gets up early in the morning and does X. So if you're into exercising and you just want to get the blood flowing, that brother does a great exercise show on his channel over there. That's the Jay Jordan. What's up, brother? Appreciate you coming over. KG Beyond, what's going on, K? What's going on, Kid Gravity? Hey, I like your show, Kid Gravity. I'll be checking you out, you know, behind the bushes sometimes. K, man, I like what you do on your show. Make sure y'all check him out. Okay, we got he's KG Beyond here, but he's Kid Gravity on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken. He say B Night Rider checking in. I appreciate you checking in and coming over and supporting the channel. I'm about to get ready to get out of here, but do me the favor, my brother. Make sure you either share this video, maybe check it out for yourself from the beginning if you like. If you can, hype the video, push those hypes up, put the likes up. Appreciate you. And definitely, I'll be checking you out over there on your channel too. When you come up in my algorithms from time to time, I'll be checking you out too. Appreciate you all out there for supporting today's show. I've got to get out of here. Miranda, thank you for the super chats that you gave me. My man Yalpo, thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the hard work that you've done on the Black to Saturday cartoon animations that I played earlier tonight. That will be a part of this channel. Animations are, we telling our own stories. We entertaining ourselves with our own people stories. I love it. Thank you, Yalpo, for the super chat again, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, remember I did a video where Umar Johnson ran from Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan wanted him on the show. Umar never went on the show because we know what Piers does. Piers, he looks into people. He'll expose you. And we were saying this a long time ago. If Umar got on that channel, got on that man's YouTube channel and got to talking all this talk. Because I think the topic was about private schools and stuff like that. And if Umar got to talking all that talk that he talked, I can see Piers Morgan saying, Umar, with his British accent, Umar, you talk about schools that black people need to empower black people. But Umar, you've been collecting money from years from the black community, Umar, and you have yet to open up school, Umar. We looked into the background, Umar, and how much have you collected, Umar? You don't even have a website, Umar. You are not being transparent with us, Umar. I'm telling you, man, Piers Morgan will be all over him. That's why he didn't go on there, because Piers Morgan likes to bust people out. Whether you like Piers Morgan or not, he'll bust you out because he'll have his people do a background check on you to see if you're really legitimate. And they would have found out that Umar, they'd been like, Umar, where did you get your license? Because according to our records, Umar, you're not a licensed psychologist. And according to our records, Umar, you got booted out of Philadelphia, the nation's independent, the nation's the city of brotherly love, Umar. And you were misdiagnosing allegedly a youth unlicensed. Umar, what is going on? And then Umar would be up there talking about, see, you white people, you trying to, he would go into the whole dramatics about how they set me up, the system's against me, the government's against me, the president's against me, so on and so forth, right?
Tell the truth.
Everybody, we got to get out of here. Alicia, thank you. Be Fabulous, good to see you over here. Jonathan Kidd, Miranda, everybody, y'all take care. This is the Information Man Show. It's been great. Just been great being with y'all today. And take care. Peace. Take care.
Promise, I'ma give it to you.
Miss that smile, Lord knows I ain't seen that in a while, but it's your style, so something must be up keeping you down. You a queen that must be heaven sent. Pray my soul, I must repent for not telling you what I meant and how I felt. Honestly, I'm used to throwing wishes in a well. My conscience tells me that I could have helped without fail. Actions speak louder than words, and that's a lesson that I learned all by myself.
Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for her. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. La, 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 la.
Feel it, baby, stress is all around us. These high ceilings and I need it, baby. Pressure and make diamonds, I won't steal it, baby. Silent, baby, hurts to see you crying. Know you trying, ain't no lying, baby. When I say I need you, greedy if I have to share you. It was me that all along did you wrong, thinking that I made you beautiful and strong. This toxicity, the death of me, I fear the day you gone. The most beautiful girl I've ever known.
Please make sure to subscribe to
I'll
this channel.
find a way to treat you better. I swear there's no one out there like you. You teach me to be better. My talk is cheap, keep asking what I do. I'll fly you to the moon and hope I'll see you soon. I'll find a way to treat you better. No problem, I'll do whatever. Let her know, I gotta let her know that she my white horse, she my medical. She like my baby mama, know how to take care of me. Give my baby problems, you gon' regret every day. So I let her know, gotta let her know. Came through the front door, I'll be ready for her. And if it's what you want, I'ma give it to you. Yeah, promise, I'ma give it to you. La 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 la. Da 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 da.
You are listening to the Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Take care, everybody. Peace.